Welcome to Eddie's Football Waffle. Yeah. Guys, welcome back to the channel.
Hello there.
Now let's get with the policy, please, and that is to hit a like on the possibility that the video will be good.
Let's do this!
And if not, you can feel guilty about not leaving a tip that doesn't cost you anything.
This is blasphemy.
Oh, in recent times, we see Man United continue to dominate the stats against the likes of Everton, and then against Sevilla for 60 to 80 minutes, and then
What the fuck?
last year took it upon himself to make the game more challenging, because clearly Sevilla weren't they were not posing a threat before that, and he wanted to make it more of a challenge. It's almost like when you've played on FIFA with your little brother and you know he's diabolical, but you give him a goal just to make it interesting for yourself, to test yourself, give him a bit of morale, make it a bit closer. But then things get out of hand, and that little brother actually starts to ball out, actually starts to play better, and gets another goal, and then has you on the edge of your seat for the last few minutes of the game. That's what that Sevilla game was like, because Sevilla were bullshit for massive parts of the game. They were a threat, and the mistakes let them in.
You big dummy.
And then Maguire had to add his calamity, his inevitable mistake in the game. Even though this one's a bit harsh to really blame Maguire for, because that is a freak own goal. You try and hit the ball against Maguire again and again like that, I don't think you would get the same outcome. But then again,
Go ahead, you got it.
Maguire is named Slabhead for a reason. You look at the circumference and the mass of that gigantic head, it maybe made it more likely for it to be a deflected own goal. Because you think about it, mass times speed equals...
Someone made a big goddamn mistake.
I don't know, maybe Maguire was at fault.
We're moving on.
More seriously, in my opinion, I think those players, especially Malacia, come on, they've got to hold the responsibility of really fucking up the game. Yes, Ten Hag maybe disrupted the game a bit with too many subs at one time, but come on, it was 2-0. Sevilla weren't that good. They should have held out the game, and maybe, you know, Ten Hag could have kept on fresher players like Martial to hold up the ball a bit more. But like I said, the mistakes ultimately changed the game.
Indeed.
So now we see the inevitable burnout, the injuries coming thick and fast. The tag team champions of Varane and Martinez out.
Damn.
Rashford, aka Rash Bappe, out.
Damn.
And if you've watched my previous waffling videos, I've said what I thought would be common knowledge or a common theory, and that is, as much as the mentality of these players was through the roof, it was, you know what I mean, it was very high. You can only do so much with your human fiber. You're gonna get these little niggly injuries. It was always gonna happen. With this team going for every win in every competition, this was always gonna happen. And the squad, obviously, we know it's not deep enough. And in
Go ahead, you got it.
previous videos, I said Man United should have considered conceding certain competitions. Yes, shoot me down. But we're seeing the squad spread too thin, and now it is real. Man United are in a situation, a predicament of possibly messing up top 4, FA Cup and Europa League. Could mess up everything with these injuries now. But if you have less competitions, you can focus better. And the likes of Klopp used to do that. Before last season, when he was going for the quad, there was a couple of seasons where he would play a weaker team in the FA Cup, in the Carabao Cup, and just focus on the Premier League and the Champions League. And I think if he didn't do that, he wouldn't have won those competitions in the past.
These boys are fucking mentality giants. It's unbelievable.
So going forwards, we've seen that there's been, you know, the return of Casemiro, the midfield Don, Ericsson as well. So that there's, as well as people getting injured, there's some people coming back. So that still maybe the silver lining. Going forward, I hope we see Lindelof and Shaw starting in that centre back, man. I mean, it's probably not going to happen because Maguire still has that privilege of being captain when he's been a substitute. He's been a substitute for most of the season. Why is he still captain?
I don't know!
Well, yeah, I would like to see Lindelof and Shaw in that centre-back partnership, because we've seen that they are agile enough to play a high-press football. They can recover enough with their pace. So that seems more logical, but hey, privilege may speak.
Fucking hell.
So going forward with these injuries, Man United are definitely going to be without those talismanic players such as Varane, Martinez and Rashford for the rest of this month. The Nottingham Forest game, come on man, I mean they are poo. I mean, they're in the bottom three. Man United have beat them 3 times already this season, not even letting in a goal. So I'm confident that even if Maguire's playing, Man United should still be able to at least scrape a win in the worst case scenario. So I'm going with maybe a 2-1 away win. The Sevilla game, I think that's going to be too much for Man United. Sevilla are going to have that confidence. They're going to have the 12th man, and yeah, I think they may just take it. Brighton Hove and Albion game in the semi-final, that is going to be peak. Brighton play great football. I can see Man United may just miss out on that. Coming back to Spurs game after that, I mean, come on, Tottenham don't play good football. Barely beat Brighton the last time out, where they had to have VAR on their side. They're barely getting wins. So I think Man United, yeah, it's going to be 2 low block systems just trying to get the win. I think Man United scraped that. So overall, I'm thinking Man United will get top 4. But I think they'll go out of some of these competitions, some of these other cups. Anyway, that's my pessimistic view. So people, get in your views. What do you think is going to happen? Can Man United keep going in all these competitions? Will they get top 4? I mean, I think they at least got top 4, so I'm not that pessimistic. So yeah, get in your comments in, hit the like, subscribe, and peace.